What is going on, guys? Tony Hannity's here with Lazy Tech TV, and today we're going to take a look at a pair of some new Bluetooth headphones from Helm. This is the TWS 5.0. Now, if you can guess, yes, these headphones are very similar to Apple's very famous AirPods. Are that what they are? EarPods? The Apple AirPods. These things right here. In essence, Apple, I would say, popularized this methodology of Bluetooth headphones. Instead of having a small wire between two devices, you literally have two devices. And very similar to the AirPods, these have their own charging case. But aside from the comparison, and yes, I have tried AirPods myself, one issue I have with AirPods is an issue I have with all Apple ear products. They don't fit in my ear, and they don't really have an easy way to fit in a multitude of other people's ear. So if your ear doesn't work with those, then you've just, well, you maybe haven't lost money. You just wasted a lot of time. So these TWS, essentially, as far as I'm aware, they only come in black. They have a charging case, which can actually charge these on the go. You charge the case via micro USB to the wall, to your computer, or what have you. And voila, you have these two little units which just sit right in the ear. And when it's connected to your phone, they automatically pair with no problems. There's actually a mic on either one, which is really nice because sometimes I only want to use one ear at a time, depending on the situation. And if there was a mic only on one device, then I'd be SOL. Going back to my comment about Apple AirPods, EarPods not fitting with everybody's ears, these actually come with different sizes depending on your ear hole size. Therefore, I would argue this fits in a lot of people's ears. Problem is, they're kind of big. Like, I see the reason why Apple's product is very alluring, because it's small, but it's noticeable and it's brandable. Like, it's boom, you know exactly what it is. They're big. Plus, there's a number of other companies, Jabra is another one, that are attempting this style of Bluetooth headset. And at a quick glance, it's not easy to tell whether it's a Helm or a Jabra or, I don't know, maybe even Samsung. So from a quick visual aspect, there's nothing really tearing this ahead of the rest of the competition that's out there. However, at closer inspection, these are kind of cool looking. So as you can see here, they have a diamond ridged design on either side of the head unit, and each of the units have their own singular button. We're going to get back to that as well too. And then there's this little fin. This fin fits inside that weird part of your ear that no one really knows what that's all for, but it has to do with evolution. Probably, I don't know. But yeah, it fits right in there, and it like just locks. And it's awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome. And I love it. It's big, but it's awesome. Now, the singular button that is on each of the units. They have similar functionality as well as their own separate functionality. And that, I don't know if there's an easier way to do it, especially with the size that this already is. And for the sheer fact that they're trying to minimize all the different button configurations that you could have. But there's quite a lot. Like, obviously, hitting it once will pause and play your music. If you hold it down for a little bit, it'll raise the volume on the right. If you hold it down for a second on the left one, it'll skip to the next track. There's a lot, and I even have the instructions right here, but on the go, I don't remember all of that. So I tend to have to pull my phone out and then just use it as is. So I get it, trying to be hands-free and trying to do all of it just with a singular touch of a button. Maybe over time it's something I could get used to, but it's just one criticism I have, in that it's just too many things to do with just one button. Also, this thing is huge. I mean, you can't just put this in your pocket. I mean, it's bigger than my wallet and my keys combined. So you'd have to bring something like a backpack to just kind of offset, or a fanny pack maybe. Those are cool. Those are cool these days, right? Fanny packs? I'm just saying, this thing is gargantuan in comparison to other cases that I've seen. But I see the point, and I realize why. There's a ginormous battery in here. I mean, you can actually charge your headsets a number of times thereon after without having to go back to a wall or go back to a computer to charge through that. I mean, it's really nice to have that. I would argue there needs to be some sort of balance between having not as much battery life, maybe, but then you also have a more compact, portable unit to just throw in your pocket. Just a thought. So with all that being said, once you figure out what all the buttons mean, once you figure out what size ears things work with your ear holes, how does this sound? That's what we're here for. It sounds great. It sounds pretty amazing. I mean, you hear the bass. It's not too boomy. It doesn't overpower the mids or the highs. When you're in a phone call, you can hear the people very clearly, whether you're using both ears or just one ear. And to boot, this is water resistant. It's fairly durable. I'm not going to say I dropped it a number of times, but I have dropped these a number of times. I guess I said that. I haven't dropped the case, but I've definitely dropped the earphones, just trying to get it out of my ear. I fumbled and then I kind of lost it. And that is the one thing with this style of earphone that I'm not a fan of. So I've already made a complaint about the case and how big it is. Well, okay, let's just say I don't bring the case with me. Then I bring both of these with me. Fine, great. Let's say then I just want to keep one in. What do I do with this? What do I do with it? And then worst case scenario, if I lose it, then I have to go buy another earphone. The company has not yet confirmed whether you can buy a single earphone or if you have to buy the whole set altogether, and that's something I will clarify in the description down below, so keep an eye on that. Nevertheless, that it doesn't annoy me. It's not necessarily a deal breaker, and I would argue because of all the other positive things that I have endured with these, it overcomes all the potentially negative aspects of this particular product. I mean, they just magnetize back into this thing, and it's great. And there's even an indicator on the outside. It tells me how the battery of the case is, and then Bob's your uncle. Look, if you need a real-world example on how good these really are, I took them on a plane, and it worked really well. For something that's not a noise-canceling headset, I wasn't able to really coherently hear what was going on around me. And my planes that I took recently were fairly busy. They were booked to the brim, if that's the term that you say. A lot of people, just a lot of people up and down the aisle. But they didn't bother me because with these on, I couldn't hear them and I couldn't care what they were saying, except for the safety thing. You always pay attention to the safety thing, right? I see you. So if I had to recommend this style headphone between some of the other companies that are out there, for the sheer value that you're getting out of how much these are and how good quality they are in regards to durability, sound quality, vocal quality for your microphone, functionality with Siri and Google Assistant, I would definitely say, yeah, give these guys a shot. Links are in the description down below if you actually want to take a look at it yourself and buy a pair. Let me know if this is something that you've tried or if you are in the market for something like this. Also, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, Lazy Tech TV. I do some gaming through Mixer, so mixer.com/LazyTechTony. If you have any questions or comments, leave that in the comment section down below, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Late.